Hey y'all, it's Leah with Leah Lou's Creations. I wanted to share this is my very first Christmas journal. I'm super excited with it. I followed the prompts from, they're all listed here. It was from the Junk Journal Ideas and Inspiration Facebook group, and they did an advent calendar, and so each day there was a new prompt of something that you had to use or create in your journal. And so I just used some 12 by 12 cardstock to make my cover, added another piece. I did it 3 signatures, and I decided to make them to use elastic binding with it so that I could move things in and out as I felt the need to. And I also wasn't sure like how big it was going to get and if I really wanted to stitch it in. And I figured that would give me the option to stitch it in later if I wanted to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. I did a couple more things. I just got a swap that was Christmas themed, and so I wanted to add those in, but I'll add that in another time. So when I made this journal, I just had a bunch of different Christmas kits and printables and different things. So I just kind of just went vintage style, but kind of mixed up different kits and things, and then also added in tea dyed, coffee dyed paper, some lace trimmed paper, that kind of stuff. So what I did was for each of the prompts, I punched out, this was a printable that I had that had the little numbers, and so I just punched those out with my little bitty 3/4 inch punch. And then just wrote down what each of them were, and they're not in any order, but that just reminds me of what the prompts were throughout the year. So the book is not completely finished, and I don't know, I may add to it next year. I kind of am just gonna see how it goes. I also added in things that I got from swaps because I did a bunch of swaps throughout December. And I have a couple more that are still coming in that were coming internationally. So I'll have some more things to add in there. So, but I like it. I love it how it is. And it was just a lot of fun to do. So I just have some little clusters here. This was one where you had to use washi tape. And so I did that with just some little journaling card pockets. I saw a video where somebody, and I had never thought of this before, but they just took their embossing pad and then like tapped the card down on the edge and then poured the embossing powder on it. And so you just get kind of that weird, that, you know, not super straight line, which I love. I think it was perfect for that. So I use that in a couple of different places. So I did it again on this one, and I just like that look that it gives you. So, and then again, I played with embossing powder. This is a wooden little Christmas tree, and then I embossed it like 3 times with gold embossing powder, and just kept it. So the first 2 times that you do it, it still kind of bubbles up a little bit, but usually by the time you get to that 3rd coat, it goes smooth, and it's just so pretty. So I don't know how well it looks on camera, but it's really, really pretty. This was my first time doing ruffles, and so I am not a seamstress at all. I'm just learning how to sew. My husband actually teaches me how to sew because he's been sewing for years after living on a boat and having to sew canvas for sails and all of that stuff. So he's very handy with the sewing machine, as is my mom, but I have never been a sewer. But I wanted to try ruffles because I thought they were super cute, and that was one of the prompts. And so I just used some tissue paper that I had and then just made those little ruffles there. This was from a swap or a little challenge on a different Facebook group on Junk Journal Journey. And so they sent us all the different little pieces, and so you had to create something, and they had sent the template for the file folder. So this was the only thing that I added in from my own stash was the coffee dyed paper, and so I used their template and cut that out. But I just kind of added the little things there, made some little tags, I got stuff on the back, and then another little tag here. So lots of different little clusters and things in there. So that was really fun. This I received in a swap, and so this was for altered paper clips. So I love that. I love that little ruffle piece there. This was also from a Happy Mail that I got from someone. So that was really fun. Just have those little pieces in there. So I like that the journal is not just my stuff, but it's things that I got from different people. This one I did a swap for altered guest checks, and so I decided I wanted to make my own, while swapping. And so I did this one, made this little tag. So just added in a little brad with a little dangle. I'm just starting to do beading things, and so that's been fun to kind of learn how to use jump rings and do all of those things. This was another paper clip that I got from a swap. This piece we had to use scraps, and so I used all the scraps for the background of that, and then some trees that somebody had sent to me, and so I made that one. Just another cluster here. This one, I also did the Different Remember prompts, and so one of them was tickets, and so I went ahead and while I was doing my Different Remember ones, I was like, I really liked doing the jumbo tickets. I had never made those before, and so I decided to, at my mom's suggestion, I have to give her credit because she is the one that said, you should make one of those for your Christmas journal. And so I did that in here, just did little clusters on there, little layers. So that was fun. This one we had to make a master board. So I did that. I just love it was a good way to use up all my scraps. And it came towards, later on in the prompts. And so that was a nice way to use up some pieces. This is my first time doing a snippet roll, and so that was a lot of fun, putting all of those little pieces on there. Another cluster, and this is just a little pocket that I did. This was a Happy Mail that I got, a little fabric flip. I am pretty obsessed with these, and I really wanted one, so I was super excited that I got one. I need to make my own. I did some more ruffles here because I decided I couldn't just stop at one. I had to keep going with that. This one, I have to look to see what I should pull this out. Yes, so it was stenciling. So this was the last one. So stenciling, so I did that here. And I made this little pocket that I had seen a tutorial for, so I did that. And then on day 23 was to use a stamp, and so I started doing some wax seals, and so I decided to use that as my stamp. And so I'll just put that in there. I loved all the gold, zhuzhed it up a little bit. This one, I don't remember what I was doing that one for. Maybe it was a tag. I'll have to look. Or is that one? No, because that's not my little scrap tag. I don't remember what they were. I probably should have labeled them on there. This one we had to do an altered envelope, or junk mail envelope, and so I cut it at one side so it flips. And so I did that here, so it's kind of a little journaling space there. This was not for one of the prompts, but this was my own. Oh no, it was. We had to do let's see, which one was that? No, I don't remember. Oh, journal card in a pocket, yes. was one of the first ones. So I made because I had just done a swap where we did coffee filter pockets, and so I went ahead and made another one of those. And then this was a printable that I found, and so I cut that out, backed it with coffee dyed paper. Did that. Used some diamond glaze on some of the flowers just to kind of give them a little sparkle on there. This one we had to use the word happy, and so I decided I had the little Tim Holtz squares and the collage tiles, and then I found this was in the Tim Holtz Christmas pack it had all the words and that kind of stuff. So I decided to pull out the kids that had the happy smiles, as well as the dog and Santa, because they're happy. And so I added that all on there. And then made that little tag to go there. Got another little cluster. This one, I had to use the number 6, so I just decided to do it's a trifold envelope, but I ended up gluing it and making pockets there and there, and then it's got some journaling space there. This one I had to do is that one? I think that one I just made for fun. Made the little matchbook because I was making one for Defember, and so I went ahead and did it for this as well. And so that is there. That was a fun little option. I had to do an altered paper clip, and so I just did this where you just fold paper around it and decorate it. And then that made me realize I needed jumbo paper clips because you couldn't put nearly enough decoration on there. So I ordered some bigger ones and have been having fun with that. This one I used a postcard and put that in there. So that was our day 18, was to use a postcard. Tissue paper was one of the prompts, so that's what had prompted this, I think, and this one. I made a little pocket out of tissue paper over a book page. I did that, so that was fun. Just add some little tags in there. This one we had to use a book page, make a book page pocket, and so this is actually a Daphne's Diary magazine page, so I figured that would count. So I made that there. So it's a little page. Oh, that was a cute little piece. This one was one of my favorites. This was the day 3. It was a tuck spot with hidden journaling, and so I decided to make a little present, and then when you lift up the top of the present, then you have your journaling spot there. So that was really fun. Probably should have used it for paper, but oh well, you live and learn. Some more clusters. Clusters was the very first thing, and so I made like 4 or 5 of them to put throughout the page. This one, I don't remember what that one was for. Oh, and I remembered that other one was I had to make a scrap pad, so that's what it was. Yeah, I don't remember. It's one of them. So this one we had to create a book page pocket, and so it was another Daphne's Diary page that I folded and then put all kinds of little pieces in there. I did another little altered paper clip. This was my multifunctional belly band, and so I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to do this one. So it has a pocket here. So we've got some tags, and then is a trifold. So it's got a tuck and a pocket. Got another pocket here. Open it again. It's got a little hidden. I hid that, or made the little tag with the lace over it, so it's got a tuck there. It's got writing here, a hidden tuck here, and then it is a belly band, and so it's got the my little journaling card behind it. Oops, did it this way. It goes either way, but I did that, and then I just kept it closed with the paper clip. I'll put that back later. And then that is the end of my journal. So I'll probably add some more things, like I said, as I get some of the swaps in. But I kind of like the size of it. I like that it's not huge, and it's leaving me a lot of pages where I could add in some pictures and do some things, or add in some Christmas cards. Now that I think about it, I should add in some of the Christmas cards that I got this year. So lots of different ways that I can use that. So hope you enjoyed that, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.